Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Derek Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about the DSX Design Scam. That's right. We're going to talk about it. We're out here trying to help people, and you have companies out here trying to rip people off. So, thank you for watching. But please, like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. Well, today, sadly, I'm talking about DSX Design Scam. And I must apologize myself. I'll start with a short story. You might have heard of it, heard me speak about it on the live. But DSX started out earlier this year, and they contacted me and other people on YouTube or around the internet to help promote, and they did post on TransUnion on only a few people, just enough so people would say, okay, it's posted. Then in June, all of a sudden it seems like they removed it, and that's when these guys went MIA. So I have actually tried to contact them by phone. The emails I've had from different members of their organization all have went unanswered over the last 2 to 4 weeks. They actually went to a credit conference and promoted DSX there, and I was actually supposed to go over to Miami and meet up with these guys to work on a different type project, and obviously that never happened. So again, the only advice that I'm going to have from here on out is I didn't think it really needed to be said, but anytime you make any payments to almost anyone these days, you try to make it by your credit, debit card with the Visa logo or MasterCard logo, or a credit card. But anyhow, a way that you can get your funds returned to you when it has to do with these companies that you're not familiar with, and any product. So hopefully anybody who did not get their trade lines, which is almost everybody now, posted, because they were supposed to get Equifax, I believe, what is this, June 20th. They were saying they were going to have Equifax. That never happened either. So they were going to have TransUnion and Equifax. So that didn't happen. And apparently a lot of you listened to me and actually ordered product. So I have to apologize and say I'm sorry, but hopefully you paid with a credit card or a card with the Visa, MasterCard, Amex, something logo, so you can get a refund. So since they're not fulfilling their part of the obligation. So with that said, I just want to officially announce I'm closing the door with DXX. DSX scam is in full effect. You can't even call them. In fact, let me see if you guys can hear this. I'll call their number that you see on the screen. 855
Thanks for calling DSX Design.
293
This call may be monitored or
1773.
recorded for quality assurance purposes. For new customers, please dial 1. For existing,
It'll roll to a voicemail and then mention not available. So it does the same with if you press 2.
This number is not currently in service.
Their chat box doesn't work as well. And again, as of this time, there is no contact for DSX Design. Their website is still up, unfortunately. I'm sure by now the BBB and the FTC and a whole bunch of other people have probably been notified, and they're probably not even in their offices in Miami, if their offices was in Miami in the first place. So we'll move on to some other good news. Is all the other ones that we've always discussed, the My Jewelers, who has a $5,000 credit line. The New Coast Direct, also 5,000. So if two to combine together is 10,000. Ox Publishing, which I'm not there, but Ox Publishing has the $2,500 credit line, or trade line as we'll call it, because you can't actually use these credit as a typical credit. You don't get sent a card or anything. Hutton Chase, $1,500 trade line. All these together combined equals $14,000. So this can offset a lot of things. And then the fourth, as they have a credit builder card, the fourth thing is to Discover It. Discover It is a secured card. So therefore, you can put a minimum of 200, even though they'll send you something saying 500 minimum. That's not actually true. You can actually go as low as 200 to start. But all you have to do is know this. Once you charge something, you want to make a payment for 6 payments in a row. The 7th month, they'll send you a letter, email saying, we'll send you back your deposit and increase your credit limit because you have made 6 payments on time, and they turn it into an unsecured card. Discover card gets a higher rating on your credit profile than, let's say, a Credit One bank card, or one of these bank cards that you can go to Credit Karma, and if you have a credit score of, let's say, 620, 640 or less, you'll see that the recommended list will pop up these unsecured credit cards, but they're not like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Barclays. Capital One actually has a secured card, but the main big players usually won't let you have a card at that low of a credit score. So that's why I say start with the Discover if you're going to start with anything. So I got to get into some other things though, because recently Hutton Chase, Ox Publishing, excuse me, have started doing something that I don't really like. So this is turning into, now these trade lines are turning into temporary trade lines, at least with Ox Publishing and Hutton Chase, because once you finish paying off your payments, so let's say we'll use a simple number, you bought $150 worth of stuff, you put down 50%, $75 or $80 after tax, shipping, whatever. Then you pay $30 a month. At the end of 3 months, you would have paid it off. So now your option is to A, re-up, as they say, buy something else. They'll increase your credit score, or the credit limit, by about $500, the trade line. But now what's happening is, if you say that's okay, I'm done, then they will close out the account. Or option B is you can pay them a monthly fee, whether it's $20, I think it's $20 a month, and they will keep reporting for you, which in some instances may very well be fine and dandy for some people, but that's $240 a year for a trade line. And if you're going to go that route, then you might as well get a secured credit card. And that way it gets reported every month without you paying anything. So Hutton Chase and Ox Publishing are basically the same companies. So they're doing it the same way. It doesn't matter which one. And that's the thing that I have not liked over the last 4 or 5 months. And this may have to do with the way the Fair Credit Reporting Act and some new laws have been enacted. And therefore, they might have to do this. But I'm not a very happy camper about it. But as far as increasing your credit score fast, temporarily, to get whatever you need done, then all 4 of these, My Jewelers Club, New Coast Direct, Ox Publishing, Hutton Chase, those are the way to go. So next up, what I'm going to talk about, stay tuned for the next video, business funding. How to get started with business funding. You're going to need seasoning of about 5 or 6 months, so you might as well get started now. So then that way, at the end of the 5 or 6 months, you'll be able to go into certain locations and get potentially $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 lines of credit or cards for your business, not using your personal credit. So therefore, 2 separate things will be going on. So stay tuned for the next video. And that's all I have right now. This is short and sweet. I just wanted to get on with the DSX Design Scam, and let everybody know once again, I'm sorry for getting you involved with them, and hopefully everybody can get whole by if they use their card, which I'm sure a lot of people did. So again, I appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate your support. As soon as we get up to 3,000, we're going to have another giveaway. It's going to include the $25 Amazon gift card. It's going to include a Stop Struggling Now t-shirt, and it might include something else. But it's also going to include some hurdles, and then we're going to pick a winner. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And it's still hard out here. In case y'all don't know, I mentioned this before. The housing market has started declining in the United States. So everybody who's thinking about buying a home, you might want to wait just a little bit longer. Be patient, but get your credit score highest as possible. So keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.